Excuse me. The zero G gets to me every time. Hello, I'm David Mills, one of the world's leading intellectuals, theoretical physicists, and guitarists. And I'd like to give all of you gentlemen some important scientific instruction on how to handle the women in your life. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about those times when a woman, whether it's your girlfriend, your wife, or if you're younger, your mother, might jump on you because you didn't keep your space tidy. Now, this might mean the garage wasn't cleaned up, your bed wasn't made, the house wasn't cleaned up, the car wasn't cleaned up. And I want to tell you how to reply to these very unjust charges. Reply using the laws of physics. So, I have 5 reasons, 5 responses for you. Take out your paper and pencil. The next time that your wife, for example, says that the room is messy, and why is it messy? You are to respond that it is due to the law of entropy. The law of entropy teaches that all mass energy in the universe is in a state of increasing disorder. Your socks, your underwear are obviously made of mass energy. The laws of entropy apply to them as well. So entropy explains why your room is messier today than it was last week. You did not invent entropy. It is not your fault. The law of entropy. Your wife might charge you with scattering things all over the house. She might respond that I put your clothes in a neat drawer. They were all folded in a compact spot, and now they're everywhere. Now your stuff is everywhere. Why? You are to respond that this is due to the expansion of the universe. All mass energy within the universe is expanding. This includes your shit. It's not your fault. You cannot be held responsible for entropy and the expansion of the universe. Let's be serious. Let's have a serious scientific dialogue here. Now, if your wife says, "Why don't you know where your stuff is?" She might complain that her jewelry, her shoes have been lost under piles of your crap. She might say, "Why don't you know where anything is? Why don't you know where anything is?" You are to respond that this is due to Heisenberg's principle of uncertainty. Heisenberg explained this decades and decades ago. Once again, it is not your fault. As an immediate corollary to this, we could also assert string theory to explain missing things. Because in its last incarnation, string theory has, 11 dimensions, only 3 of which we can perceive, right? We have 1, 2, 3 dimensions we can't perceive directly 11. So isn't it possible that some of our crap might be stuck in other dimensions? Finally, it is very possible that a woman in your life is going to say that, well, why don't you just overcome all of these other things since you have free will, allegedly, and can't you just pick these things up? Can't you put your clothes away? And the answer is, again, scientifically speaking, no, you can't. Why? Because of Newton's laws of motion. Right? Remember, an object in motion has a tendency to remain in motion in a straight line at a uniform speed unless acted upon by an outside force, right? And an object at rest has a tendency to remain at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. Well, I'm at rest. Don't mess with me when I'm at rest. And I can't overcome this because you would then bring up the philosophically deep question of, can I be acted upon by a force within me that's outside me? It's kind of a contradiction, isn't it? So, to summarize then, if a woman in your life chastises you for having a messy workspace, home space, whatever, you are to reply with these scientific laws. You cannot clean up your stuff because of entropy, the expansion of the universe, the Heisenberg principle of uncertainty, string theory, and Newton's laws of motion. Bitch.